What's up, guys? Eddie Martin here. Let me fix this light. That's better. Not so bright. Home of the Hustle. Tuesday nights. With me, Eddie Martin. I'm here with my good buddy Zach Conley, Lightspeed VT. It looks like Zach is in the stream. We're gonna give this a second. Let some people get in. We jumped in a couple minutes early, just so we could make sure that everything was working right. You know, I got the lights and his phone. Today we'll at least be able to see comments. We got people jumping in here. When you guys jump in, share this out. You know what I do here on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, I introduce you to people you probably don't know, people that you should know, and maybe people that I didn't know either. And Zach was one of those people just, 90 days ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Been here about 90 days. Zach's awesome. He's got a extensive background. I mean, not in what you would traditionally think, you know, a sales guy, where they would come from and what their background would be. So I know you guys are going to be interested in what he has to say. What's up, Tina? So, got a couple people in here. Hope you guys have shared. If you haven't, please do that for me. But anyway, so what's up, man? So how long? I'm looking at this thing like it's a phone. How long you been at Lightspeed?
Only about 6 months. Started January. Made a complete life change, complete career change, something totally different to challenge myself. Never did sales before. Been, best friends with one of the best sales guys around for 10 years and decided to challenge myself.
Yeah, I mean, you're friends with Brad for 10 years and you're like, hey, I want a challenge. He's like, I got a challenge for you.
Yeah, basically, I didn't want to push the subject. I knew Lightspeed was, very popular, growing, and, you don't want to mix, business and family with careers and stuff. Things can go awry.
Yeah.
But I just kind of told myself I needed to man up. I've never really failed at many things in my life that I really put my effort into, so I said I got to man up. Worst case, I'll get fired and won't work there no more.
Yeah. Well, in a long-term relationship with Brad, you had to have been coming in going, well, shit, if this doesn't work, we're still going to be friends.
Well, yeah, and he knows I'm not a shitball, so
yeah.
I think he knows I'd given my best effort, which I have been. I've had some success, and I'm thinking it's going to grow exponentially from where it started.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit. When I got here, dude, you basically showed me the ropes into what's going on over here and what you were doing to prospect and kind of walking me through the presentation and whatnot, which is awesome. You've been in sales forever, and you meet a guy that hadn't been in sales, and some people would be an asshole about it. Not me. I'm like, shit, I want to learn. I want to learn from any and everybody who knows what the hell's going on, and you obviously knew what was going on. So I was all ears. We're at 5:01, so people will start jumping in here now. When you hop in, share this thing out. Introducing you guys to my buddy Zach. So what'd you do before Lightspeed, dude?
I was actually a fighter jet mechanic. So I was working on F-22s, F-35s, F-15s, F-16s, A-10s, pretty much you name it. If it's killing people in the air, I pretty much worked on it.
Look at Boss Man's in the building.
Yeah, he'll be making fun of me later.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be making fun of you for sure. What's up, Brad? So you were a fighter jet pilot, or no, not pilot, mechanic.
Mechanic. I basically did body work and some other stuff on the most advanced fighting systems on the planet. Made sure they were functional and ready to go.
That's awesome. So how long were you in the Air Force?
I was in the Air Force for 4 years, and then I was a contractor after that for another six, a little bit less than 6.
Oh wow, that's awesome. We do a show on Fridays called Freedom Fridays with Justin Myers, where we highlight our military and help them get exposure into businesses that they're doing, as well as help get some attention from what they have going on. So we always support the military around here. You have background in finance though, right?
Yeah, actually, while I was working full-time being a contractor, I finished up, went back to college, finished up my finance degree at UNLV, graduated with honors while working full-time, having 2 kids, a wife. So I'm pretty proud of that. I know a lot of salespeople and Grant Cardone era people aren't really degree-oriented,
yeah.
But it's definitely a place to go learn a different skill to have in your toolbox.
Well, yeah, dude, if you go to college to learn something that makes sense in life and finance, I mean, how can that not make sense? if you go to college to be a social worker, that's probably not going to be a good investment in your future. And I think that's where people, you know, in the community kind of say, like, college, you don't need college. Like, I didn't go to college, but it wasn't really by choice. I just, you know, had a kid, and it was go time. And I would have went if I had the opportunity.
Well, and that's really how I got into. I was at college. I was playing college football when I got my girlfriend, who's now my wife of 10 years, pregnant with our first child. I left my dreams of playing football to join the Air Force. That's how I got into the Air Force, and you know, it was kind of something that was eating at me. I don't like to leave things unfinished, so I went back, even though it was really hard, and completed that, and I'm pretty proud of that.
That's awesome, dude. Zach's the type of dude that if he says he's going to do something, he does it, and probably going to end up doing it better than most people do it. What's up, Crystal? What's up, Ahmad, joining us? Hey, if you guys are just jumping in, please share this out. I'm introducing you guys to good buddy of mine, coworker here at Lightspeed VT, Zach Conley. If you don't follow Zach, you should probably go follow Zach. He didn't really play with the social media game too much, right?
I'm on there. I mostly, you know, family pics and stupid memes and stuff like that. I'm not really dropping knowledge on too many people. Sometimes I'll put a little quote out or something of inspiration, but I mean, I'm not really a person of influence, I suppose. Maybe if I am one day, I'll do more of that. But
yeah, I think
mostly just how it's meant to be.
Yeah,
family stuff.
I think if you listen to a lot of the stuff that's going on in Zach's brain, you would say he was a person of influence, but he's not a social media guy. But I'm gonna get him broke out.
This is my first live.
This is his first live stream. Yeah. I tell you what, I've seen people sweating bullets getting on a live stream for the first time. Zach's cool. He's as cool as he would be in real life. So I met you at 10X.
Yeah, initially. Yeah, we met at 10X with my wife. I was a little buzzed, prospecting everybody there. If you were at 10X, you probably said at least hello to me, because I was up till 5 in the morning every day talking to people. My wife was, you know, wanting a vacation. I'm like, it's not a vacation here, so.
Yeah, it wasn't a vacation for sure. I was brand new at Lightspeed when I went to 10X, so I wasn't running around doing a bunch of prospecting, but I ran into you. I don't know who it was that, maybe it was Brad that introduced me to you.
Might have been.
Might have been. But yeah, every time I turned around, this dude was prospecting. He was talking to somebody different. There was somebody new he was engaging in conversation with, and we hit it off, you know, pretty quick. When I was here for my interview or whatever you want to call it, dude, you were buried in your computer, like buried in your computer in your office prospecting. And I think they walked me around and showed me around. They're like, yeah, that's Zach. He works like a horse.
Yeah, still doing that. We're across each other in the office now, and we're still both buried in our computers.
Yeah. I had like an eye twitch for the first like month that I was here. I've never stared at a computer for that long. Yeah. So that was cool. But so 10X, so you probably got some pretty good relationships out of that when you went there, met some people you didn't think you might meet.
Yeah, there's a ton of cool people, like-minded individuals. Got a few deals out of it. There should be a lot more deals out of it. If you were at 10X and you didn't hear about Lightspeed, I don't know where you were, because we were everywhere there. It was crazy.
Dude, I think they said Lightspeed like 50,000 times from the stage.
Yeah, almost all the subject matter expert speakers were there. Almost all of them are on Lightspeed.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't they be? It really is no other option. If you're taking it seriously and you want to make some serious money, you need to be doing business with Lightspeed. If people should listen to what you have to say, then there's no other place that you need to be but here. And I might be a little bit biased, but I thought Brad did the best job as far as speech-wise goes.
Blew it out the water.
Yeah, for a guy, it was like his first time on stage speaking.
What an experience, too. Your first time at 10X. That's crazy.
Yeah, normally your first time's in front of like 20 people at a coffee shop pitching your MLM deal or something. Not him. He was in front of, what was there, 2,000 people there? Something like that. What's up, Chevy? Thanks for joining us. Aaron Marshall, what's up, guys? Hey, if you guys are just jumping in, please share the stream. This is my buddy Zach Conley here at Lightspeed VT, another one of the salespeople here in this elite sales team that we have out here at Lightspeed. He had never been on a live stream before, so I was like, hey, let's get together. Nothing better than to join up, you know, in person and do a live on Home of the Hustle right here in the studios at Lightspeed. Introduce you to this guy. He's got a lot of different stuff in his background, and I was blown away, impressed, whatever you might want to call it, when I met the guy. Just more and more we had conversations, the more I got to learn about his background, about what he's been through and what he's done. If you missed, the guy was in the Air Force, You what said 4 years in, and then 6 years as a private contractor.
Yep, that's right.
That's freaking awesome. But you used to like beat people up for a living too, right?
Yeah, I did. That's actually kind of how I met Brad. Was through a mutual friend. I was actually fighting in an amateur fight here in town called Tough Enough. It's kind of the biggest amateur MMA company on the planet. They do like professional quality work. There's thousands of people that come and watch. And I was fighting at an event, and we had a mutual friend who introduced us, and he came out for a fight. I fought, I won. We hung out and kind of partied a little bit after, and hit it off, and we've been off and running since. His wife is actually best friends with my wife, and we ended up introducing them. So we're kind of just one big family at Lightspeed.
That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. So, in the fighting game for what? How long? How long were you?
I still train.
I know you still beat people up, but
I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu under Vinny Magalas. I started that back in probably early 2007 at Extreme Couture. I was nobody. I wrestled in high school, very good wrestler in high school, so my buddy convinced me to go try it out. I thought he was crazy. I was like, I'm not good at getting punched in the face. I've never done it before. But he was scared, so out of helping him, I went, met Randy Couture the first day, and a few other pro fighters, Gray Maynard and a couple other guys, got beat up, choked out, and realized I was completely helpless and had to learn how to do this. So he quit. I kept going, and I still train. I don't do MMA as much as jiu-jitsu, but I've been in the ring with the best in the world: Randy Couture, Vitor Belfort, Vanderlei Silva, Forrest Griffin. The list just goes on and on. When Extreme Couture was in its heyday, and it's coming back actually, I was there.
That's awesome. I know I saw a picture a while back of like Forrest Griffin was here.
Yeah.
Right. It was like I think I was like looking for who worked at Lightspeed. When I first kind of got hooked up. And I was like, oh, I seen your picture, and then I like kind of looked through your profile, because that's what I do is I stalk people to figure out what they're about and who they are. And there was a picture of you and Forrest Griffin, and I was like, oh crap, Forrest Griffin got a VT? So when I came out, I asked you that question, and you're like, oh no, he's I know Forrest had been in the ring with the dude. So if you're ever in Vegas and you're in deep shit, and somebody wants to fight you, tell them, hold on, I'm gonna call Zach real quick.
Well, I'm usually packing too, so I'll be
This is Nevada. Dude, coming from California, I was blown away. Dude, you can just walk around with a gun in your hand out here.
Yeah, there's open carry, so Battleborn State.
That is
for the
insane.
time being.
You walk around with a gun in your hand in California, and you got about 5 minutes before you're shot.
You walk around with a stick in your hand in California.
At least they're going to tax you on it.
I'm actually from California originally. That's where I was born. Kind of a brat, moved all over. Single mom, very poor. I had seven little sisters. One passed away from SIDS, but yeah, moved all over the country from California down to Texas, up to Idaho. Went to college in Montana, then back to Idaho. And then here.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so literally came from nothing, welfare. Being embarrassed wearing the Velcro shoes with holes in them and stuff like that. So
eating that government cheese.
Yep, pretty much. So I knew from a very young age I didn't want that. So I've been working ever since to get away from it. I've been pretty successful so far, and we'll see where it goes.
I would say so. If you guys have any questions for myself or for Zach, drop them in the comments. I just want to make sure we got Zach in here and introduce him to everybody. I'm going to give a little rundown, say hi to everybody real quick in case I didn't. Tina, I don't know if Brad's still in here. I'm sure he's still in here. He hasn't started talking shit to you yet, so.
No, he'll do it after the fact.
Kyle, what's up, dude? I appreciate the share. Seller Be Sold's in the building. Stephen Cassie Walker is here or was here. Ahmad, what's up, dude? Aaron, Crystal, how are you? John, what's up, dude? That's my boy. Oh, Steven's still in here. Yeah, Steven met you at 10X. Chevy, what's up? The Caring Craftsman's in the building. John, what's up, dude? John, when you're back out here in Vegas, dude, you got to come see me. I mean, we missed each other, like, I don't know how many times. A bunch. Johnny McDonald, what's up? So, how you liking it so far? How you liking the being in sales? I mean, you're not the most like jump in your face and center of attention kind of guy. Even though, if somebody were to say that you were an introvert, I would say no, because you were at 10x talking to everybody under the sun.
Yeah, I'll do what needs to get done. By nature, I am. I'm not very trusting of people as much, I guess, as I should. It's something I work on. I'm kind of introverted, but once you get to know me, I open up, and I can be like that type of person who's a best friend for life if we connect.
Yeah.
So I force myself to do things that I don't want to do to get results that I expect. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue to do it. This is probably the best place to do it. Probably one of the best quality products on the planet. Really cool, amazing office, amazing people. You know, what better place to get a start? It's really a blessing.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get a better start than here. You couldn't be around better people or have a better product. Dude, I've sold so many products over the course of my career, things that I didn't believe in, you know, and had to go sell something that, I mean, it was a commodity, so they needed it. But at the end of the day, the business that they were doing business with probably wasn't the best business of the market to be doing business with. So it's a blessing to be out here at Lightspeed where you have the best company with the best product. I mean, it literally is a no-brainer to do business with us. If you're not doing business with us, you probably shouldn't be in business. If you're training people, you're probably not training them correctly. You need to bring that business over here. My boy John is going to be moving out here to Las Vegas soon, so I'm assuming John will be doing some business with Lightspeed to get those solar people trained.
Yep, internet-based ATM. That's what Brad calls it.
It really is, though. It really is. What's Aaron saying? Me too. California to Oregon to North Carolina to California to Arizona to Washington to California to New York City to California to Pennsylvania. That is that's quite the run, dude. I'm California to Nevada. 34 years. Little old Sacramento, California. And
Modesto,
then,
California. That's where I was born.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah.
Modesto blows.
And the stuff, yeah.
Oh.
Needles in the sandbox.
Straight up. Seriously. Yeah, Modesto, if you guys aren't from or ever been to Northern California, Modesto and Stockton have like the lowest SAT score ratings in the country.
Yeah.
And dude, that includes like the dirty South where, you know,
literally my mom's,
aren't
I was
talking
going
right.
through my mom's high school yearbook, and it said, we're not going to keep the fact that we were voted the worst high school in America from having school spirit. It was
that's our
so
motto.
crazy.
So what if we're dumb? We can still be happy.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop you.
No. Well, thank goodness I got out of there, because I got cousins and stuff that got addicted to meth, and, you know, they had better backgrounds than I did. And, you know, so there's been like an angel on my shoulder or something, I want to say, through all the stuff I've gone through that's kept me normal, on the straight and narrow, disciplined. I don't know why, but I've just, from a very young age, had this idea of what I didn't want. So I've done what I thought necessary to get what I do want.
And most people aren't willing to do anything to get what they want. If it's not handed to them, then they're going to make excuses as to why they can't have it, where you just make the shit happen.
Well, yeah, I was basically raised around that. My mom was like that. It was, you know, very, what's the word, victim mindset. So I was raised in that, and you know, my family still, for the most part, not all my family I'll say, but a lot of them have that victim mindset where it's somebody else's fault, things are like this, and I was just like, you're not doing anything to change it. So I was never introduced to Grant Cardone until, you know, recently as well, and that's kind of been my mindset all along. So it's kind of, everything's not similar, but a lot of the same ideas. You got to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Right. That's what my buddy Frank Sale says. I don't know what book that's from, but I agree with it. David Delgado's in here.
What's up, David?
Dude, I do this show every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, man. I mean, I'm either in here, or I'm somewhere, and I'm doing this show. But I get you in here, so David pops in, Brad pops in.
Everybody's gonna make fun of me. That's what that's
Dude, that's
about.
what it is. They want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
That's good though. The fact that you that you came in here and did this. Not even a second like guess. Like, oh, dude, I don't know. What are we gonna talk about? Like, I mean, I'm not prepared. Like, that's how most people think when they're gonna go live or they're gonna do a video and they're gonna be interviewed. Like, oh, I've never been interviewed. I've never went live, and then they're freaking shitting bricks, dude. You're like, I'm like, hey, let me interview you, let people know you're here, and you're like, all right, cool.
Most people want to be cool. I already know I'm cool, so I don't really care what a lot of people think.
Exactly.
I care a little bit. That's kind of a lie, but it's not going to affect me greatly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still gonna go home to my beautiful wife, beautiful kids. Nothing's changing.
That thing ain't gonna hurt you.
Nope. You want to fight?
Dude, you'll fuck that camera up. Justin Sokol's in here. What's up, dude? I gotta call you, man. I know we keep missing each other. So, sales is kind of the new avenue that you're down, that you're in, that you're learning. What are some things that you didn't expect to run into in sales that you're dealing with? And what are maybe some things that you expected, or maybe you expected it all? Like, what's been the biggest challenge that you would say? Because it's not the product.
No. Finding qualified people and getting the message across of how effective what we do can be. That's kind of on me, I guess. One thing. Also, getting the door slammed in your face so many times. You know, I'm kind of a nice guy. I'm nice to people, and I have people thinking I'm in an MLM, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're like, is this some sort of crazy MLM? Go screw yourself, you know, buddy.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm like, all right, I was just saying hello. You know, if you don't got time, that's fine. That's a big thing, getting the door slammed in your face. I'm kind of, you know, immune to it now. It didn't affect me greatly at the beginning. I'd say turnaround time on making things happen, follow through.
Mm-hmm.
People say they're going to do something and then they don't. It's very frustrating to me because I'm not used to that. Military background, that can happen, but there's, you know, people held responsible for it.
Yeah. You'll never get as bullshitted in your entire life as you do in a sales role, and I don't care what it is. I don't care what you're selling, how great it is, how bad it is. If you've never been told to go fuck off, like, tons and tons of times every day, you haven't really lived, as far as I'm concerned.
It gets kind of fun. Like, you just go to the next person up, but yeah, it can. If you have a day where it's just no, that sucks. Getting a day where it's no, yes, no, maybe, no, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
No days. That sucks.
My favorite is when you get no, like you're prospecting somebody and you keep getting no's, and then you keep coming back at them, and then you finally get them in, right? You get them and you're having a conversation with them, and this goes for anything sales, and then you do the presentation, you figure out what their needs are and how to solve the problem, and you still get a no. I think that, you know, some of the first, oh look, your wife's in here. Some of the first sales training that I ran into, besides some Tom Hopkins, for a little period of time from an old boss of mine.
Also a VT client.
Exactly. Also a VT client was Jordan Belfort, and Jordan, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you will one day, I'm trying to get a hold of you, man. You need to get back a hold of me. But what Jordan said was that the deal doesn't start until you hear no. Like, the sale doesn't begin until you hear no, because if it's straight yes, did you really sell anything?
Yeah.
If you didn't overcome anything, is it really a sale?
Got a question, it looks like.
Yeah. From Stephen Cassie Walker, of all people. Questions. I've got a question for both of you. How do you pre-qualify in a way that doesn't come off as offensive, but you also don't waste your time or risk ruining an opportunity?
Honestly, I don't pre-qualify that much because I think anybody's worth talking to. So if I can get them on a demo and blow their mind, they probably know somebody who can talk to me who might be a deal. And then when I talk to that person, they might know somebody or two people. So I don't pre-qualify that much. I think the company's going to start implementing some tools that does, so that, you know, more inbound leads are qualified. But as far as me, I'll talk to as many people as want to talk to me.
For me, I think you pre-qualify yourself for what we do. If you advertise yourself as a speaker, a coach, a subject matter expert, a business owner, an entrepreneur, anything like that, to me that's pre-qualification that you need to be doing business with us. Period. End of story. Because you can't be broke and be a mindset coach or a sales coach or a business trainer or anything like that. And if you are in that space and you really want to make money and you really want to grow your business, whether it's straight cash that you're just looking to get, or if it's, you know, you want to affect more people, you want to change the world. Well, if you want to do those things and you want to do them effectively, you want to do them with us. You have to do them with us.
I straight up, the biggest deals in my pipeline right now are probably referrals from people who are completely unqualified. I demoed them the whole time. They were silent, and I wasn't sure if they were even there anymore. And at the end, they just went, "Wow, I can't afford this."
Yeah.
But I know people who can, and they're in my pipeline now, and probably going to be my biggest deals to date.
And I mean, and we say, you know, qualified, and we can't afford this and this and that. We're talking chump change.
Chump change on the scale that you should be thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously, if I said you give me X and I'll give you Y over and over and over and over again, what would stop you from giving me X? Even if you got to beg, borrow, not steal, you know, get a loan, do something in order to get that in place. If you really believed in what you were doing, if you really believed in the message, or you thought you had something that was worth selling, you would figure out a way to make that happen.
I'm talking people who couldn't make the rent type thing, though. So
yeah,
these people couldn't make the rent. They couldn't afford anything. They couldn't afford grocery shopping, but they sent me people who are highly qualified.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you just never know who knows who. Everybody can potentially give you. I think Coach Michael Burt talks about who's VT client. Yeah. Also does some work with us on Home of the Hustle on Mondays with Jason Daniels, Mr. Monday Night. He says every client, every qualified or qualified or not qualified client, prospect, person that is in your pipeline should be able to give you 7 referrals.
I would be rolling. I need to get more referrals.
Yeah. So
I can get 1 or 2 maybe sometimes, but 7, that'd be killer.
I've never seen 7, no. and that just means that we got to step our game up, dude.
Yeah, we do.
Because if Coach Burt says you can get 7, we should be getting 7. We should be getting 10. We should be getting 70. We'll 10x it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But the dude knows what he's talking about, and he's good people, and we appreciate everything that he's doing. Let's see. Rob Glow, what's up, man? Hola, Doris, how are you? One way to check estimate revenue is to type company name, Manta. Yeah, Manta search. Yeah. The problem...
I usually do backgrounds on everybody, and you don't always know, because I've had clients who had, literally no social media presence or otherwise, and they wrote a check.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to be prejudiced, I guess, but,
Well, I mean, if you advertise yourself as this subject or that subject, you should be doing business with us, and I want to have that conversation with you. But I could self-publish a book right now, and, I mean, Grant self-published Sell to Survive, which turned into Sell or Be Sold, and it sold, I don't know, a ton of copies. If I was just a guy that wrote a self-published book, I probably wouldn't be on a Manta search.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to find me. I'm probably not even
unless
a legit
you're wildly
business.
successful.
Yeah.
So I think you got a few minutes left. You want to ask some questions, or anybody want to type in any questions?
Yeah, we're going to go 4 more minutes here. We're pushing up on time here. We wanted to go 5 to 5:30. I got my kids in town for 2 weeks for the first time in the 90 days since I've been here.
Let me ask you this. How are you liking Lightspeed VT?
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
How do you like Las Vegas?
I love Las Vegas.
How do you like the weather?
I hate the weather. I love Las Vegas. Las Vegas is perfect for me because I like to go, I've been down the party route and, drink too much and do stupid shit. And Vegas is perfect for where I'm at in my life because every single temptation or anything that you could ever want to go do is 15 minutes down the street.
Yeah.
So if you can keep yourself going to the gym in the morning, being at work before everybody else gets there, leaving at the end of the day, going back to the gym, and staying focused and staying on the path that you're supposed to be on, and you're not distracted by all that shit, then to me, that, you couldn't make it here if you didn't have a strong mindset and you weren't trying to go down that route. So as far as Vegas goes, I love it. I actually have found that the people in Las Vegas are way nicer than the people in Northern California. People in Northern California are a bunch of assholes. Everybody's got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's out to, what can I get from this guy? How can I take advantage of this situation? You walk in the grocery store and people are mean mugging you, in the lettuce aisle. This is not like that out here. Either they're not paying attention to you whatsoever.
You got the Diaz brothers running around out there.
The Diaz brothers running around, dude. They could be up there causing shit, because they'll fight a civilian for no reason.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them beat some dude up in the bathroom in Vegas a while back?
Oh.
Nate, I think it was Nate.
Sure, I'm sure.
Beat some dude up in the bathroom for no reason.
Good people, though. I've trained with them too.
Are they good people?
Yeah.
Seem like a bunch of assholes to me, but
not.
I don't know them.
They might be if you get on their bad side, I'd assume, but
yeah,
they're down to earth, cool guys. The whole crew, Jake Shields and Gilbert Melendez, their whole crew's real cool.
That's awesome. So Yeah, I mean, as far as Vegas,
who's the most interesting person you've met since you've been out here? Charismatic, maybe a client, maybe whoever you want to mention.
the most interesting.
Most interesting.
Person?
You're like, wow, that's a cool cat.
Well, I can't use Brad. I can't say
Nope,
Brad.
that's,
I can't say Brad because he's
brown
definitely
nosing.
he's definitely one of the most interesting people I've ever met. Though I will say that.
He's very charismatic.
And I can't say you because that would be cheating as well.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have thought your personality was the way it was after we got to know each other just by having one conversation with you. Can't use a client, dude.
Sure you can.
Dude, you know who?
But then you're picking clients.
Yeah, then I'm picking sides. I'm gonna go with Chris Bomar.
All right.
Chris Bomar is the IT guy here, and that is one cool cat.
He is.
I've had conversations with him. We talk about basketball, talk about life, talk about sports, and he's kind of quiet. The dude's like 6'9",
Yeah.
6'8". Like he's a massive individual, super humble, super nice, super cool dude. If I had to pick who's the most interesting person I've met out here, it's probably Bomar.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He'll do anything you ask. He's very helpful around here.
yeah,
Gets stuff done.
yeah. He is freaking awesome. MMA VT.
There is a UFC. Well, it's a UFC gym VT. I'm also I'm working on some of the MMA guys, trying to get them to get on board. I had a meeting with Rampage Jackson's agent and stuff. I want to get him. I actually had a meeting with Conor McGregor's agent and blew it because he insisted that I use their web meeting service,
Dude.
and it cut out like 6 times. Had to keep reconnecting, and that would have been such an awesome deal. And he's like, I don't really see how this is going to work. And I was like, of course not, because you haven't really seen the system. But he did leave an open invitation that I can come by his office in California. So I might go out and pitch him sometime in California. That'd be great.
Yeah, get Conor on board after he beats up
Mayweather?
after he catches him with a lucky left.
That would be epic.
Dude, he catches him with a lucky left.
You got an MMA guy that beats arguably one of the best boxers of all time, especially defensive boxers of all time. Highly unlikely, but that would be epic.
Highly. I mean, I'm not a betting man, and if I was a betting man and they said, would you bet on that fight? I would say no, but at 100 to 1 odds or whatever the hell it is, I'll put $100 on Conor.
Might as well. That's the only way you're going to make money.
Yeah.
You make $1 if you bet on Mayweather.
Because seriously, if he gets him with that left and he can't get away, that could be the deal.
That's right.
So I look forward to seeing that. If anybody can get us into that fight for free, just let me know.
Anybody got $15K laying around for a nosebleed seat?
Dude, give me those $15K tickets, dude. We'll make 100 off of them.
Yeah. Come fight night.
Seriously. Cool, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping in. If you haven't shared the stream, I noticed the Titan got in late because the Titan is with Coach Michael Burt at in Murfreesboro at the I'm gonna massacre it. Is it the Success Factory? Whatever it is, it's awesome, and it's Coach Michael Burt, and he's a Lightspeed VT client and a super cool dude, and is partnered up with Jason for the next 3 weeks on the Monday night show. So Zach Conley here. He is tagged in this post or in this video. You can friend him, follow him, do whatever you want. Tell him how awesome he is after this is over. And then be sure to check this out tomorrow, Home of the Hustle with Frank Sell. Not sure who he has on, but it's going to be awesome. And then Thursday with The Law, and Friday with Justin Myers for Freedom Fridays. I think Savage Saturdays might be kicking off this Saturday. The Greatness Factory, that's what it is. Thank you. And what did I say? Success Factory?
Yeah.
Either way, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me out for my first live. This was fun.
Yeah.
Enlightening.
Yeah. Michael
Hopefully
Nast is in here.
Hopefully I'll start doing it some more.
Yeah. Dude, maybe we just start doing one during the week.
Sure. People would like to see that. Absolutely.
Like during like the work week with like a Lightspeed behind us. And what would we talk about?
I don't know. You'd have to ask your audience what they want to know.
What would we talk about? I don't know. Let me ask you guys. Nobody's probably going to.
We can call it Shenanigans in Vegas so that we can have some shenanigans.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Go get in some of that trouble you were talking about.
Yeah.
I haven't been in enough trouble yet in my life. I need to get in more trouble.
Oh, dude, I haven't been in real trouble. I've talked my way out of most trouble I've been in.
Yeah. Talk or fight. I fought my way into a lot of trouble too, though.
Yeah, I kind of figured nobody would have anything off the top of their head. They would think that you and I should talk about in a live stream.
Well, it can be an ongoing question. Doesn't got to be right now.
But that's something. Lightspeed Insider, Frank Sale. Dude, you ain't getting no free information.
Want us to gossip?
No
That's
secrets.
Amber. Go talk to Amber,
Talk to Amber.
and she'll hook you up.
Cool, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping in, checking us out. Hope you guys like Zach. If you don't, fuck you. Love the guy. So have a great night, and we will see you guys on Home of the Hustle tomorrow. Peace.